Oh, what's going on, good people? Yeah, we here. Another episode of the NFC South versus the NFL. This your boy DJ representing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, looking all bright and good. Got a little bit light this week, baby. But nah, man. Yeah, I'm here with my co-host, Mr. Mike Ricks.
Yeah, man, he gonna put my whole government out there. No, I'm just messing. Yeah, boy, Mike Ricks, man. You know I'm representing the Carolina Panthers. Keep pounding. Follow your boy on Twitter at Mike Ricks07, man.
Oh yeah, follow your boy, DJ at DJ Hot 25 on Twitter. I'm still working on it. I'm still trying to feel my way through it, but we gonna get there though. Still follow your boy, man. But yeah, man, we here, man. Week 10 edition.
10.
Yeah. We double digit it. We over. Season is going. I mean, the season is going. For many Bucs fans, we happy to see it go fast now, the way it's starting to play out. But we're going to get more into that. But before we get into week 10, we wanted to do a little touch of week 9. So where we going to start at, Mike?
Hey, man, we can. I'm going to go ahead and we can start with the Carolina Panthers Tennessee Titans game. I think the Carolina Panthers won. I believe it was 30-20. That's sad that I don't remember, but it's 30-20. Pretty much controlled this entire game. They tried to make a little run. Want to give a little shout out to Ron Rivera for an excellent play call for going forward on fourth down with the fake punt because they were starting to get momentum. They were finally giving the ball to Derrick Henry, and he just drove down the field on that first drive in the second half. But Thieves Avs are out there. We still at sacks. We're leading the NFL in sacks right now. We're third in turnovers, and I want to say Kyle Allen, I thought, played a really good game. In my opinion, this was his best game this season. I know he threw the interception. I know the Cardinals game, he threw 4 touchdowns. I'm not all about stats. I just like the way he threw the ball, took chances, commanded the offense. And Christian McCaffrey, what else can you say about him, man? Talking about another 160-yard performance and 3 touchdowns. I'm not saying he's the MVP, but he's this close to it. That's all I got, man. Oh, shout out to one quick thing. I want to say shout out to Jack Thompson, and I also want to say prayers out to Mario Addison, man. He lost his brother right after, about a week or so ago. He buried him. That's why he missed the game. But shout out to him.
Yeah, man. Everything you just said, I definitely agree with. I still remember we were sitting there both watching the game, and I texted you right when that fake punt happened, and I said that right there definitely just stopped everything the Titans was trying to do. I mean, I said it immediately because they were coming. Derrick Henry was starting to get high. He was catching the ball in the backfield. Yeah. I was like, oh, here we go. But Ron Rivera, you know what? And a lot of y'all Carolina Panther fans, we talk about y'all for a quick second.
Breach.
From an outsider. Y'all try to get rid of this man. Y'all were talking crazy about him. Being somebody that's in the Carolina area, I get to listen to WFNZ sometimes. Y'all were talking crazy about this man. That man's a good coach. And he showed why he's a good coach at that moment. But we're not going to get all the way into that. But I just wanted to make mention of that. But forget y'all, man. I continue to find ways to win. Bucs continue to find ways to lose. I hate y'all. So, man,
5-3, baby.
I guess that will carry me over to this team right here.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
I did a little bit of I sat on my soapbox a little bit the other night. About the Bucs, man. I was close to crying. This team, I swear they find ways. There's so many ways to lose. I'm definitely not on board what they're trying to do in Tampa. I see it. I get it. Between dealing with the fan base and media and is James going to be here, not be here, crap, man. It just all came out. I think it came out in a rant that I can't even explain, but it's all good. But talk about this game. What's there to say, man? This was many Bucs fans remember, this is like watching deja vu of the 2013 game we played up in Seattle and was up 24-7 with the likes of Mike Evans, Mike Evans was there, but Mike Glennon at quarterback, Mike James at running back. Mike James looked like damn all world that game, but it didn't make a difference. Russell Wilson did it again. The same thing he did this week. He came back. He came back and beat us. I mean, now fast forward back to this game. I mean, it was the same thing. I mean, no matter how well Jameis played and that offense played, I mean, it was a little different because that defense, everybody knows that secondary is a liability. And, you know, any moment, any team could – I mean, any team. I don't care how bad your offense is. Any team can score, find ways to score against that secondary right now. It's not looking good. You know, this team is struggling. It's young. The veteran of the group, Vernon Hargraves, if you heard my video, I said the kid is trash garbage. I mean, he is horrible. And, you know,
been saying that.
It is not helping. It's not helping the secondary room get any better because none of them know who to look at for help when they're struggling because the person that's supposed to be the veteran, they're struggling harder than all of them. So it's not a pretty sight. And, hey, shout out to Russell Wilson. I mean, he should be – you talked about Christian McCaffrey being in the MVP. That man should be the front runner right now in the MVP voting right now. The man, I mean, he's thrown one interception. You know, he's so smooth. He can't rattle it. No matter how much we hit him in the beginning, I mean, it didn't matter. This man, he got up. He was like, okay, I'll be back. He just kept on coming back. You know, Tyler Lockett had a freaking Julio Jones-esque type game when he played the Carolina Panthers with Ben Rickery. Because when I was watching the game, man, I felt the same way. Like, watching that game, there was no way we could stop the kid. I mean, we could stop anything. DK Metcalf, it was just Bucs beating Bucs or whatever you want to call it. It's another episode of it. 2-6, baby. So, I mean, I guess I don't want to go too much into it. I already did. I kind of did a little bit again, but yeah.
Yeah, man, and just a plug, man. Check out his soapbox ride along, man. It's on YouTube.
You don't have to, man.
Check it out, man. He venting, he letting some stuff out. So, hey, if you want some entertainment, check it out. If you're a Bucs fan and you just, you know, you probably feel where he's coming from, man. So, but I do want to plug in and say, that's my front runner. Russell Wilson is my front runner. I mean, it's a quarterback-driven league, and the way he's playing is phenomenal. I think he has like 22 touchdowns, something like that, to 1 interception. Come on, man. Come on. And then he got right now his team is what, 6-2? 7-2, 6-2? 7-2?
7-2. I think they have a bye week yet.
7-2. Yeah, they haven't had their bye. So, come on, man. And this team is not great.
No.
They're good, but they're not great. They're probably an average, you know, right around maybe slightly above average team. But with him, he makes them what they are, 7-2 right now, man. So, from what I saw, man, I was very impressed with the play of Jameis Winston, which I think he's played actually pretty good this season. I know a lot of y'all want to bash him, but Tampa Bay Buccaneers fans, pump your brakes, man, because I'm telling you, go out there and get somebody that you think is going to replace Jameis, and we're going to be much better, and see how well they do in Tampa. Just be a little patient, man. They got some things they need to fix, and it's not quarterback. Like I said before, Peyton Manning had like 80-something interceptions, and Jameis is 50-something in the same amount of span. I know he was winning, but his team around him was better. Yeah, man, this secondary's trash. Dumpster juice. And I've been saying it about Vernon Hargrave for a while. I thought he was one of the most I didn't like the pick. I thought it was boo-boo.
You can't even say he's overrated because
and if you knew I was about to go there, but then I was like, I'm not gonna say it because he's not. But
Jason Wright, that's
yeah, I don't like him, man. I never did, never liked him. But I will say this though, man, and not to knock on Todd Bowles because he's had some very, very good games and game plans. He is what he is, man, and I think he's going to have to play to his personnel. And if he doesn't, you're going to expect these type of games all the time. You can't just send the whole house and then just leave these young players on an island like that and just say, hey, you better figure it out or play tough or whatever the case may be. You're not going to be able to have success with this secondary. I saw many a times when not many a times, but there were a few times that they played zone, and it was actually successful. Why not use that?
I don't mean to cut you off there. I thought so too. I think Greg Allman of the Athletic, he came out on his Twitter and said that I think it was him. Don't get me lying, but they pulled up the statistics of the Bucs in this past week in zone coverage. It wasn't good either. It was like I think it was only like one or two incompletions with like 154 yards or something like that in that zone. I know what you saw. I thought I saw it too, but
I saw it. I don't care what they say. I like football, folks.
It's not good either way. That's how I'm looking at it. That's secondary either way you want to look at it. I think you can slow down the bleeding, but I don't know. Either way you looked at it, I guess I'm not trying to give him a pass, but
Man, I'm not giving him no pass. No, trust me, with that man, no. If you have a zone there with Barrett and I don't want to spend too much time on him, but JPP putting pressure, you're gonna have more success than you just matching up man. You're not gonna. There's no way these guys can match up man with any of these receivers in the NFL. I'm sorry, it's just not gonna happen. They're not that good. And then you got young, right? They're immature. But that's my take on it.
You're up against the clock, man. We already spent a lot of time.
You took all my time, so no, I don't want to hear that. I'm getting what I'm getting. You always sitting over there talking a whole hour about the Bucs, and then you want to cut me off after I talk for a minute. Now I'm getting mine in, and I knew this game. Me and my wife were actually watching the fourth quarter of it. We didn't really watch the entire game. We watched maybe like the fourth quarter and overtime, and I think I had ran out real quick, and I was like, man, the Bucs gonna lose because Russell Wilson's gonna get the ball at the end of the game, and he's gonna win the game. And so what happened was, I think y'all were up, and Russell Wilson somehow went down and scored. I don't know. But then then as soon as they lost the toss, I said, well, that's ball game.
Everybody said it. Everybody said it. I don't think anybody in their right mind was thinking that the Bucs were gonna win when that damn heads came out. We called tails. What do you call tails? Tails, really? Like, you want critique stuff? Why you call it tails, man? You always go with heads.
Because they the never mind. I ain't gonna crack no joke.
Hey.
Because they the butt of the league. Nah.
The Falcons are.
Yeah.
Which
brings us to the Falcons. Let's talk about them. Let's talk about Week 10, man. Week 10, we got
a matchup.
NFC South matchup. The game of the week in the South.
And as y'all can see, our co-host, once again, we're still trying to get everything back. Like I said, there's been a little bit of adjustment going on, and as you can see, our boy TJ, Who That Nation ain't on this episode. But we're gonna try to break it down a little bit. If you haven't checked out his podcast, he also has another one, Stay the Saint. Definitely check him out over there. He gives his thoughts on that. And he's still planning on getting on here with us. We just spoke to him prior to coming on. He couldn't do it.
Right.
He had other things he had to handle. But we're gonna carry on. We do have the matchup of the week being the Falcons versus the Saints.
Yeah, man, and it's in it's in New Orleans. So Matt Ryan, I believe, is slated to play. He did practice. So in my opinion, if he's practicing, he's gonna play. But I'm sure he's probably listed as questionable and will be a game time decision. But I believe he's gonna play. This right here is going to be the Atlanta Falcons Super Bowl against the New Orleans Saints. So I think they're going to give everything they can possibly give to the New Orleans Saints. If this was any other team, I probably would pick the Atlanta Falcons because I just believe they're going to really, really come out hungry and try to win a game because they're desperate and dire need to win a game, especially the Saints coming off a bye. If this was any other team, I'd say they're 7-1 right now. They're riding high. They're going to lose a game. This could be one of them sleeper games. It's not going to happen. New Orleans Saints are entirely too good, too disciplined, too focused, too ready to make this Super Bowl run. They believe they should have had an opportunity last year. So with that being said, man, Drew Brees and them will have success. I think the pass rush will get to Matt Ryan. He may not finish this game. I think the Saints since week 4 have only given up about 14, 15 points per game. So the defense is balling. So, hey, I got the New Orleans Saints winning this game.
Once again, like we were talking about, this is an NFC South matchup. I don't care if a team is 1-10, 1-2, 13. Somehow, some way, these games always turn into a game. But like Mike said, man, there's a different focus than. I know me and him, didn't see it, but as the season goes on, we're seeing that focus with this Saints team. You want to talk about, this is an NFC South matchup. They sometimes can go, one way or another. It possibly can. Like we just sat here and said, this team's gonna, throw all the punches they can throw at this team. They're gonna come out. They're gonna come out and play. But like you said, you just can't see the Saints drop into the Falcons for all the shortcomings that the Falcons have.
Yeah.
There's no light at the end of the tunnel with this game. Like, if they win this game, this will be the upset of the season. Like,
Right.
not just the week, like the season. I mean, the Falcons can't rush the passer. They can't cover anybody on offense for how many yards they're putting up. They can't score. I mean, what can you really point to say this team cannot possibly win? So, I mean, I got the Saints at home with them doing their whole who that gonna beat the Saints. Not the Falcons this week. It can't be. Yeah, so
you talking about light. Man. You talking about light in the tunnel. Yeah, it is some light in that tunnel. It's a train.
It's coming straight at them.
Coming straight at them. Yeah, man.
Sorry, Falcons fans, man. I'm picked y'all to see a couple times.
Yeah, you sure have picked them and what they've done. I told you, I'm not picking them no more.
Let me down as much as the Bucs do. Well,
yeah, I'm not picking them no more until they win a game. So I don't care if they go 2-14. You better draft Tua. Nah, that boy from LSU, whoever's coming out.
They better draft Jesus because there's so many problems. This is like, goodness gracious.
Yeah, man, they got a lot of issues. Pass rusher mainly, but anyway. So we got 2-0 in that game, man. So let's move on to the next game in the NFC South. We have the Arizona Cardinals visiting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Raymond James Stadium.
What's that place? What is that place? That's the home stadium that we're at. Oh, we haven't been there since September, so I forgot we even had home games. Because our last home game was in London. Goddamn NFL, man. Y'all hoes the hell out of us, man. I tried to, glass half full this season, man. I played the hell out of us, man.
Oh, really?
Man, forget you, man.
Really? You gonna pull the Jameis quote?
Hey, we got hoes.
You gonna pull the Jameis quote, Jameis? The glass is always full, whether it's half water or half air. It's always full.
But man, people try to point out what the Raiders had. They didn't have no stretch like we did. They ain't go West Coast, East Coast, overseas. Forget that, man. They ain't do nothing like that. I don't want to hear that. But hey, it is what it is. This team had chances to win some games. They should be 4-4, but we're here now. We're talking about the Arizona Cardinals game. They're back at home. I mean, the Bucs will play some inspired ball. For once, you get to have I want to say a normal routine, but you haven't had one basically all season because it's been crazy.
Right.
But you do get to get out your bed probably for the first time in a long time, go to your home stadium and play a football game. If that don't get you excited by itself, I don't know what will. I mean, Arizona Cardinals, for how well they have been playing this season, they still have a learning curve. They're trying to do it. They got obviously a rookie quarterback who's playing good ball. I think Kyler Murray had a lot of doubters. To be honest, he had a lot more doubters than Baker Mayfield did last year. But anyway, we ain't gonna jump into that. But man's playing decent ball, man, and they got to come to the East Coast to play the Bucs. I should pick the Cardinals to win this game. I really should. I know. I mean this wholeheartedly. I should pick the Cardinals because this team. Every time I come on here, what do I say? This team has found another way to lose, and I feel like they're going to probably find another way to lose. No matter how this team is more talented, at least on offense, it should be, and they have been putting up points. I mean, the Cardinals, pass defense is not good. This is another. opportunity for this team to put up another 30, 40 points on the defense. That's not that good. And I don't think the Cardinals can score with them, and that's the main reason why. And I think, Jameis is playing good ball. Obviously, the two wide receivers, Mike Evans, finally finding his stride. I mean, this dude's almost had 200 yards in back-to-back games. I mean, he's on a tear right now, for even with them losing right now. And then, steady Eddie Godwin, he continues to, grind out his production and looking good as well. And Ronald Jones now getting the start, which, oh my God, I mean, I've been calling for this. I don't know for how long for him to be starting over Peyton Barber. I think he brings a different energy, and they went down the field and they scored last week with him in the backfield, running it in. I think this team still wants to win. I mean, Bruce Arians talked about it all the time. You can see it on Jameis' face. He wants to win.
Yeah.
JPP coming back. That's all he talks about. He wants to. I mean, this team. It's not, nobody's talking about just getting better. They're talking about they still want to win. And, they're going to look at this game and say, this is a team we should beat. And I'm picking them to beat them because this is a game they should win. So I'm taking the Bucs.
Good deal. All right. Well, you made a lot of valid points. I really like the way Kyler Murray is playing ball, man. And I like the way that the running game is coming along with Kenyon Drake. You get David Johnson back. They got a two-headed monster back there. Fitzgerald is Fitzgerald.
Against the number one defense, rush up. What you call it? Defense against the Roy. So I'm just saying.
Man, we're gonna have to get Jenny or Molly or somebody in here, man. Can I get my time back? Every time I start talking, this guy want to come in and say something.
Mr. Interruption. DJ, Mr. Interruption, what's up?
Man, so like I was saying, I think they got some trickery. They'll get some plays on this terrible offense. Defense, the secondary. So Kyler Murray should be able to have a pretty decent game statistically throwing the football. But with that being said, the Arizona Cardinals defense, especially their pass defense, and we want to talk as bad as Tampa Bay's pass defense, has made Kyle Allen look like a franchise quarterback. Not saying that he won't be, and not saying that he can't be. Made Jimmy Garoppolo look amazing on the Thursday night game. So to sit there and say, hey, Jameis Winston isn't going to get off in this game, I think is ludicrous. He has two receivers that are, last that I checked, were in the top 5 in receiving yards, killing. And I think he's, like I said before, I think he's playing good ball. Ronald Jones will be able to run some. He may not have a huge game, but he'll be able to run and be consistent. But Jameis is going to light this team up. And so I think when it's going to come to a shootout, that they're going to win this game. And if there was one game on this schedule that Bruce Arians was not going to lose, it was going to be the Arizona Cardinals because that's his old team. Ain't no way in the world he's going to lose this game. So I got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers getting their win. Is this the first win at home?
It'll be the first win at home
this season. Yeah, it'll be Bruce Arians' first win at home, and he gets it this Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Arizona Cardinals playing an early game on the East Coast.
The irony.
Yes, sir. All right. Anything else you want to say, Mr. Cut them off?
Mr. Interruption is good, man. We can move on to the last matchup of the week. What's that?
Hey, man. We got the game of the week. This game right here was flex, man. They wanted to make us a 4:25 p.m. game in Green Bay. I don't like it at all. I think it's terrible, bad decision. I'm not a big 4 o'clock game kind of guy. I like my 1 o'clock games, partly because we're going to Green Bay and it's going to be burr. So now we got to play a later game, which means the sun is going to drop. It's going to be even colder. Burr. Oh, man, they've been practicing and playing in these conditions, man, so they're more comfortable than we are. Out here in Charlotte, it's been fluctuating. I think Halloween day or day before or something like that, it was like 80 degrees. So it's crazy. They had a nice day against the Tennessee Titans We're not going to have that type of weather going to Green Bay. I do expect Christian McCaffrey to have another big game. This run defense is terrible. And honestly, the defense, I think, since week 3 or 4 or something like that, has given up the most yards per play in the NFL. So right after Aaron Rodgers' name, oh, we got a defense. We got a defense. They actually haven't been doing too well. So I do think there are opportunities to have success. I think Kyle Allen can show up and do his thing. I don't expect him to have to win this game if we're going to win this game. I think we'll be able to run the ball like the Philadelphia Eagles did, like the Los Angeles Chargers did. We'll be able to run the ball. As long as we run the ball and get after Aaron Rodgers a little bit and stop Aaron Jones, we have an opportunity to win this game. I am concerned that Bradbury is questionable with the groin injury, and from what it sounds like, it's not looking too good. Even though Ross Cockwell has played really good ball, he's not Bradbury. Bradbury has that length, that size. It's going to be a better matchup, I believe, against Devontae Adams. The thing that scares me is this team is coming off of a loss against the Los Angeles Chargers. So I don't like that, man. Aaron Rodgers has something about him that just I believe, going to light this team up with fire, and they're going to come out ready to win this football game. And unfortunately, the first time this season, I am picking against my Panthers. Even though I think we got a chance to win, I can't pick with my heart. I got to think about this thing logically. I think the conditions are going to play a factor, the weather conditions. And we'll be leaving out of Green Bay 5-4. We still got a shot to finish 10-6, y'all. Still do.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm basically on par with everything you said. I feel the same way that I felt about that 49ers game with the Carolina Panthers. And I do think, you think that, Christian McCaffrey's going to have a good game. He's going to catch the ball in the backfield. I wouldn't be surprised if he has one of them breakout runs that he seems like he has every freaking week. Question is, will it be a holding play,
No, it ain't gonna be no
call on the play or not? I promise you, because that's the only thing I'm just saying, that's the only way I see that thing getting stopped. Because he finds a way somehow. He'll be from a screen or run up the middle. But the same question I had about your boy Kyle Allen: can he make that play to put this team over? And it was the same thing I felt about the 49ers game. I haven't still seen him do it yet. I mean, like you said, this is a primetime game. So with that 49ers game, it has very similar feel to it. Can Kyle Allen make that play? Obviously the news came out of Cam Newton be put on our IR. So guess what? You're riding the rest of the season.
I won't bring that up, man.
With Kyle Allen, and he has to prove that he can make that play. We're not gonna get too much into that right now. Look, we're probably gonna have to come back with another segment talking about that at another time. But yeah, it's hard to pick against Aaron Rodgers after a loss, to lose again, and then to also do it at home in Green Bay. That's a hard ticket or pill to swallow, whatever you want to call it. And I'm not. I ain't buying the Kool-Aid in this matchup. I'm picking who's the better quarterback, and the better quarterback, even though the Panthers got the better defense on the road, which can give them some problems on defense. But you tell me that Bradbury, you took everything that I possibly can think about maybe taking the Carolina Panthers in this matchup. So you're telling me Bradbury's hurt, so that means that every cornerback is moving up a slot. And I don't know how that's going to work. You know what I'm saying? And for how I don't think the Green Bay Packers wide receiving core isn't that special, but they got Aaron Rodgers. So hey, I'm picking the Green Bay Packers.
Well, and from what I've watched, Aaron Rodgers to me hasn't been Aaron Rodgers this entire season. He's had a couple flashes here and there where he's looked like the old Aaron Rodgers, but for the most part, man, he's been actually, I wouldn't say pedestrian, but he hasn't looked like the old Aaron Rodgers. So who knows, man? All I know is Christian McCaffrey has been able to run all over everybody except for Tampa Bay. You're talking about he scored a touchdown in every single game this season except for that Thursday night game against Tampa Bay at home. So he's gonna get in the end zone. He's gonna do what he does. You just can't. I don't think he can be stopped unless you're Todd Bowles and Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I mean, I think the main issue you guys are going to have is Aaron Rodgers doesn't make many mistakes. And, we've seen this team be able to turn teams over, and that's helped that offense. I remember you talked about it not so long ago that the offense outside of Christian McCaffrey, what else y'all been, nothing else has really been clicking yet. You guys aren't putting up a lot of points outside of Christian McCaffrey. That's why, we sit here talking about him in the MVP running. Because where would the Panthers be without Christian McCaffrey? You know what I'm saying? So that's a problem. And like I said, Aaron Rodgers is not one of those quarterbacks that's going to turn the ball over. He will eat the ball quicker than he will throw a pick or fumble or something like that. So I think that's going to cause a problem with y'all team because y'all can't turn back around and turn a 3-and-out into points. I haven't seen a lot of it this season with Kyle Allen at the round. So.
I agree with you. I agree with you completely, man. I agree with you completely. But before we move on, I guess we agreed on everything in the NFC South.
I mean, it's one of those weeks, man. It really is.
I do want to give a special shout out to those wide receivers. I know I called them out. I said we haven't had a receiver go over 100 yards all season. DJ Moore, way to get over 100 yards. Curtis Samuel, way to do your thing, man. You balled out too and scored a touchdown. I was very impressed with the receivers last week. So maybe this is a turn around, man. Maybe we can get going. But if it's snowing and cold, run that ball.
And if they do that, maybe that narrative changes the way we both, starting to see this. But as it stands right now, you got to see more. No.
I agree. All right, man. So that wraps up the NFC South.
NFC South, son.
Yeah. And we are doing this Thursday night. So you're probably going to be watching this Friday morning sometime. So we're not really going to pick the Thursday night game. From what I just witnessed, the Oakland Raiders pulled out the victory 26-24. They scored late in like a minute and a half left to go up. Missed the field goal, the extra point. And then Phillip Rivers throws an interception at the end of the game. What's new?
Oh, Mr.
4 turnovers. He had like 3 picks and and a fumble loss. Oh no, he
future Hall of Famer.
He didn't lose it, but he did get stripped. That they recovered, so he got 3 turnover passes. Yeah, the same guy they don't ever give crap about. But
same person that finds ways to lose at the end of a lot of games. The same person that continuously has decent teams and can't get to the playoffs, or when they do get to the playoffs, falls short. Same player that they always like to give, like my quarterback shit. Oops, about how can he make the right decision at the end of the game? It seemed like Phil Rivers doesn't a lot of that time, man. For them to have 3 turnovers in that game, it ain't a shot. Forget, man. Phil Rivers ain't no Hall of Famer, man. Sorry.
Yeah, and he's always whining and attitude and barking and doing that stuff, but yet it's passion. But we want to talk about the quarterbacks, right? So I got to bring it back to Carolina. So my guy puts a towel over his head, and now he wants to tune out everybody. So Steph Curry does the towel thing. It's different because it's basketball, huh? And come on, man. Anyway,
we gonna get this set. I'm telling you, y'all see this? It's coming. Yeah. There's some energy over here about these quarterbacks. We gonna bring it, but it ain't gonna be right now.
That's just a little preview. So be on board or ready.
Look out for it. Yes, please.
All right, man. So let's get into this rapid fire of the NFL.
Rapid fire.
So we have a really good, intriguing matchup in the NFC North between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. 2 teams, in my opinion, that can't get out of their own way. You're talking about a 3-4-1 Lions and a 3-5 Chicago Bears that look like they should be really good teams, but you can't get out of their way. It's in Chicago. Mitchell Trubisky is hot garbage. I think by far the worst quarterback in the NFL. And I think mentally he is not prepared to handle Chicago. I ain't going to go into all of this. I'm going to make this pick. As long as Mitchell Trubisky is the quarterback, I will never pick for them again. I'm going to Detroit Lions.
For how good. I know my wife would love to watch this episode. I'm picking Detroit Lions as well. I've been saying it for a long time. Mr. Trubisky is trash. When everybody's trying to give him a pass, he's trash. You could have had Deshaun Watson. You're probably now trying to do the race to Tua or Joe Burrow or who's that boy at Georgia? Y'all probably trying to get on the quarterback. That's probably why y'all losing these games, especially that defense they playing on all cylinders. They probably like, man, forget this. We're going to do whatever it takes to get another quarterback. So we're going to continue to lose these games and be in position to get one of these little young boys. But I still think they should go get a veteran like I ain't going to go into it.
Don't you dare.
But no, all right. So I think we're right.
All right, man. Let's move on. Made me get mad. We got the Baltimore Ravens playing against the winless Cincinnati Bengals.
I'm taking the Bengals. I'm just playing. I wish I would do something like that. I'm taking the Ravens. Bengals are garbage. They're another one. Race for Tua. You know, it's that time of the year, week 10. You're going to start seeing people start tanking. I wouldn't be surprised. Bengals are already there, being a winless team right now. And they're the only winless team in the league right now, right?
Yep.
Yep. So they front running, so they're going to keep it going. And they're going to lose this damn game again.
Yeah, they're
one of the best teams in the NFL.
Definitely going to lose this game. Baltimore will win this game. Baltimore is a heck of a coach team. And also, A.J. Green said, either pay me or let me go. And they ain't paid him yet. And they asked him, was he going to play? He's active and he's good to go. He said, no.
Wow.
Yeah, Baltimore's going to win this easily. So let's keep this thing moving, man. We have the Buffalo Panthers. Now, the Buffalo Bills versus the Cleveland Doo-Doo Browns. Doo-Doo Browns.
They are who we thought they were. I'm taking the Buffalo Bills.
I'm not.
Browns are hot garbage.
The Cleveland Browns. I'm not picking them. Even though they're at home and they probably can surprise this team, this is an opportunity for them. But Buffalo has not allowed a 100-yard receiver the entire season. That is Sean McDermott for you. I'm going Buffalo Bills with this
one. Mayfield with 3 interceptions.
He's bad. All right, man. Let's go to the toilet bowl game of the week. The 2 New York teams. New York Giants versus the New York Jets. Tie.
It's Daniel Jones versus Mr. Mononucleosis. Darnold, man. Oh, man, this game. I think it's going to be interesting to watch this game. I don't know why. But, you know, I'm picking the Jets, okay? I mean.
Well, the Jets are at home.
Yeah, right. That damn thing's going to be separated like a mug. But we got the Subway Series, but I think the Jets are going to win the off-brand team of the New York area. Yeah, man.
I bet. Give me the dang. I'm going Giants.
I'm only going Jets because they beat a good, well, not really a good team. They beat the Cowboys, so I got, I'm giving them. I'm giving another week to give me something.
I'm gonna go Giants with this one. I like their offense a little better than the Jets, but Jets defense should be good. But whatever, I'm going Giants.
Daniel Jones has been a turnover machine. So
he is. All right, so let's go to another interesting game. We have the desperate Tennessee Titans hosting the Patrick Mahomes boy, Kansas City Chiefs.
Chiefs.
I'm going
Chiefs. That team right now, I think they got a special energy about them too. If you saw the way how excited, how he ran onto the field at the end of that game when they won that game last week, man. Yeah. I sat there and said to myself, this team looks like they are all in. Right. And they're about to go on a tear.
And Matt Moore played some really good ball, man. 2 weeks in a row. In my opinion, if the receivers caught some of those passes the week before, they would have won both of those games.
They got a Saints S like energy to them.
Yeah,
that's why I like what's going on in Kansas City right now.
Yep, I would agree with you. All right, let's keep it moving. We have next the Fitzmagic Dolphins versus the Indianapolis Colts. I got the Colts.
Congratulations to the Miami Dolphins. I got your first win. That might be the last one for the rest of the season. I got the Colts.
I told you they were going to win that game.
You did. You called it. You got it.
Man, there ain't much to say about that one. I think Jacoby is going to be playing because he's practicing, and right now he got all the points on my fantasy league. I did pick up Hoyer as a backup, but because I just believe whoever's playing the Dolphins is going to be able to get off.
It don't matter. Kyle Bowler, it don't matter. Miami Dolphins losing this game. We're going to put a little cigarette in their mouth.
Now, this game right here, I think, is going to be a shocker. Most people may not think so, but it's going to be an interesting game. We have the Los Angeles Rams going to Pittsburgh to play the Steelers. 5-3 Rams versus the 4-4 Steelers.
Shout out to Mike Tomlin, another great coach in the NFL that people like to give hell. Yeah. This team they were basically set for death after they lost Ben Roethlisberger. Yeah, bringing that boy Mr. Fitzpatrick, which the Bucs should have looked at. But anyway, we're not going to get into that. But and you see how defense is already starting to take on a different type of energy. I'm personally taking. You said it is in Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
I'm taking the Pittsburgh Steelers. And the main reason why I'm picking the Pittsburgh Steelers is because after watching that game last week, I think this team is starting to believe they're 4-4. They can go on a run. They think they can do something. And the Rams, the Rams are a very inconsistent team for even what they are for their record. I don't know. It's something about Heinz Field, no matter what kind of team this is with the Steelers, they find ways to win at home. And I just think they're going to find a way to get Jared Goff and Minka Fitzpatrick going to have another interception probably in this game. And I don't think they'll take it to the crib, but they're going to find ways to make them, I don't know. I think Steelers going to win this game.
Yeah. I think I agree with you. The problem I have is Connor's not going to play. He's already ruled out. But I agree with everything you said, man. The Rams coming off of a bye. I'm going Pittsburgh, man. It's just something about playing in Pittsburgh with Tomlin in November and this time of football, and he got that defense playing, man. I'm going Mike Tomlin with this one. It's just something about him, man. He's a heck of a coach. I'm not saying Sean McVay can't coach either, but give me the Steelers, man. I can't believe we're seeing eye to eye on that one.
Something about it. I don't know. They ain't the steel curtain, but they get at that home. It's a different energy. It's a different energy.
I like it.
The Rams can win this game. I mean, like you said, Sean McVay's the coach. That offense, they come out of a bye, they're fresh. Todd Gurley running. That's the way it should go. But like you said, it's something about Mike Tomlin and the Heinz Field and how they're starting to turn around and look decent. They're at 500. They have reason to play ball, and they're going to play ball.
Shoot. Stepped on something. Ooh. Yeah, man. Yeah. Pressure. I think they're going to get Goff and kind of frustrate him. But let's go to the Sunday night game. We have the 6-3 Minnesota Vikings versus how about them Cowboys? 5-2.
Oh man.
I'm going Dallas.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Kirk Cousins. And y'all long enough to know with me. Kirk Cousins, I think, is one of the most overrated quarterbacks in football, and it's a primetime game against a good team, and he is going to do what Kirk Cousins does, lose. So, Kirk Cousins right now, record against the Cowboys, 1-6. I know it was with the Redskins. I don't think the Cowboys are that good of a team. I think they are okay, average at best, in my opinion. But they're going to find a way to win this game against these Vikings. And once they beat the Vikings, the Cowboy Nation is going straight Super Bowl mode. Oh, we're going to the Super Bowl, so be ready, y'all.
And that's the main reason why I'm picking the Minnesota Vikings. I think Dalvin Cook's going to have a big game. The Cowboys haven't beat nobody this season. I mean, let's keep it all the way a buck. I mean, like I said, the Vikings are over a 500 team. And until they prove to me they can beat a team that's over 500, I ain't picking the Cowboys. I think they beat one team that's over 500 this year. I'm not. No, forget that. And who was that one team? I forgot who they.
I said the Eagles. That's the only team they beat.
They beat man, no. I'm picking the Minnesota Vikings. Dalvin Cook for almost 200 yards all-purpose. It ain't going to be a Kirk Cousins nothing show. That defense is going to find ways to get to Dak Prescott. They're going to rattle him. You talk about another overrated quarterback, Dak Prescott. Man, I don't want to get into that the way they were trying to get on the knees for Dak Prescott for the last game and talking about him doing nothing really last game. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. I'm picking the Vikings.
Okay.
I'm not picking the Cowboys.
Well, I do want to challenge you on something. I hate to spend this much time with the Dallas Cowboys. I hate them. They get enough time everywhere else. But I do want to call out something, man. The Minnesota Vikings has only beat one team that's over 500, and guess what team that was?
Oh.
The Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh, shoot.
Everybody else that they beat is under 500. They beat the Raiders. Well, the Raiders just got over 500, but that don't count.
That's two.
No, that don't count, man. They just got over. We're talking about the week this week. They beat the Falcons. They lost to the Packers. They beat the Bears. Oh no, the Bears beat them. They beat the Giants. So you're talking about beating the Raiders, the Falcons, the Giants. They beat the Eagles. They beat the Lions, and they beat the Redskins. Come on, man. That's not much better. That's one of the smoke and mirror teams. And I've been saying it. Kirk Cousins, if you give him an average team or right below average team, he can win those. But anytime he's playing a team with the winning record on prime time, no, he's not winning those games. Sorry. Lost for them. But
Cowgirls are losing.
Okay. I know you want that. That's that hate in your heart. I hate them too, trust. Hate them. All right, man. So now we got, in my opinion, the true game of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Monday Night Football against the Seattle Seahawks versus the undefeated San Francisco 49ers. This game's going to be fun, y'all.
This is a matchup I am looking forward to watch. This is why Monday night prime time, back in the day, as kids, we used to try to stay up and watch these type of games because you know why? These type of games used to be on that were very entertaining on Monday night.
Absolutely.
Be it bad teams or good teams, it didn't matter. Them games always found a way to be entertaining. And this is a game that is going to be entertaining. This is a game that I'm picking. I want to go Seattle so bad. Like, you know how bad I want to go Seattle. If it's going to be a game, if Russell Wilson finds a way to win this game, I might as well give him the MVP right now. I might as well give it to him right now. Because nobody so far has found a way to beat the 49ers. I mean, that pass rush is going to get after Russell Wilson. Unfortunately, the 49ers lost Quan Alexander. Once again, he's out for the rest of the season. I think he's got a pec injury, which is sidelining him for the rest of the season. But I'm picking the 49ers, man. I mean, Emmanuel Sanders has brought a different dimension to that wide receiver room. They already got one of the top rushing, that they've been riding on the rushing game the entire season. Now you add Emmanuel Sanders to a receiving core that needed more of a number one receiver but she's offering that to that team right now. Kyle Shanahan's going to continue to find ways to get him and kill the ball. Obviously, got speedy boys, but Debo. They're starting to become a very, dangerous offense. I mean, on top of what they already are on defense, to be a really good defense. I just don't think Seattle has enough to play with the 49ers, but I still wouldn't be surprised if Russell's magic right now. So, but I'm picking the 49ers to win that Monday night matchup.
Okay. I don't even want to pick this game at all.
I feel you.
I don't want to. I will say this. I think Quan was a big loss for them. I think he was the heartbeat of, not saying that they don't have other players out there that can step up, but Quan was the heartbeat of that defense. He changed their attitude. He brought the toughness. He brought the passion. He brought the belief that we can be anything and we can be great. It's just something about Quan, man. That's Quan. From what I hear about everybody that talks about Quan and from what I've seen from Quan, we had to face him twice, except when he was hurt or whatever. But Quan is a baller, man. That's a big loss. I didn't like the way they played football against the Arizona Cardinals, but I think they got that game out of their system. They were able to regroup, get a bye. And I don't like the Seattle Seahawks defense. Excuse me. I don't like their defense. I think their defense is very suspect. I think Jimmy is going to be able to do whatever he wants to do with them. Kittle's going to get off. They're going to be able to run the ball. The concern I have is Seattle added Josh Gordon.
Yeah.
Which gives them another dynamic. You got Metcalf, that boy Lockett, and now Josh Gordon. And Carson is still one of the top leading rushers in the NFL. And then you got Russell, who's magic. I don't want to pick this game at all. But I'm going upset. I think I'm going upset. And no, I'm not. I want to go upset. I want to go upset so bad, y'all. But Seattle, in my opinion, hasn't really got I'm going 49ers. I can't pick.
Man, you did all that. Man, you had me excited. I was about to pick Seattle at this moment.
Because I want to so bad, man.
That's how I feel too.
I want to so bad because I really think they have a shot here. Because when is the 49ers going to lose? They can't go 15-16-0, 15-1, 16-0, can they? I
just don't think it's this week, man. I mean, I just don't see it. I would love to see it. I'm an underdog type person. Look who my team is. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big Russell Wilson fan. I'm not a big Jimmy Garoppolo fan, and I think Pete Carroll's a better coach right now than Kyle Shanahan. You know, Kyle Shanahan's been coaching one hell of a season so far. But that talent on the 49ers team right now is just really, really good, even without Quan.
Yeah.
And I think there's more of identity with the 49ers than there is with Seattle Seahawks right now on offense and defense.
And Seattle doesn't really have a marquee win, I should say, except maybe outside of that. I mean, they've been sneaking out wins against okay teams, not really good teams. But I think the 49ers will lose, but they're going to lose later on, like you said. I don't think it's going to be this week. They can lose to the Packers. They can lose to the Ravens. They can lose to the Rams the second time they play them. They can lose to Seattle the second time they play them. They got to go to Seattle.
They're about to hit the toughest part of their season. I mean, they're about to be challenged.
But like you said, man, I just not this week, not Monday night. So I got the 49ers, man.
9-0. Jeez.
That's crazy.
Who would have saw that at the beginning of the season? Nobody.
I mean, you know what? A lot of the national media people were picking the 49ers to be successful.
Not 9-0.
I didn't. We know, but they felt like they would be a playoff team or a contender. I didn't. I had to see more. I don't trust Jimmy.
Fishing. They were fishing. That's what they do a lot.
Yeah.
Hey man, that's it. That's week 10 in a nutshell, baby. Yeah, thank y'all for checking us out again, man. We enjoyed this. This was fun.
Yeah.
Like you said, man, we definitely enjoy coming out here and like, subscribe, enjoy the videos, comment, all that.
Yeah, man.
Hit us up, man. We started to get some views, so I think I out there. So
some of y'all starting to comment talking about that's the longest I ever heard anybody talk about the Bucs. Yeah, we saw that.
Hey, man.
It's all good. It's all love, man. We do this because we love the game of football, especially the NFL.
Love.
So
we out.
Yeah, we out, man. So thank y'all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, like DJ said, all that good stuff. Comment. It's your boy Mike Ricks. Follow me at MikeRick07 on Twitter. And don't forget to follow and like the NFC South versus NFL Facebook page and YouTube channel at the Sports Conference Network.
Yeah, man. It's your boy DJ. Follow me on at DJ Hot25 on Twitter. Like everything Mike said, man. Like, subscribe, just join in, man. I want to talk football. I want to talk. We got other sports coming too. I want to talk sports in general, man. I mean, Sarah Hughes boys, like, they're gonna suck this year, so don't.
Tar Heel. We got the number one draft pick potential on our team. Cole Anthony dropping 34.
That boy is a cold boy, man. Oh man, cold. But man, we signing out, man. Enjoyed this, man. Check y'all out next week after these games, man.
Keep Panthers. Hey, Panthers.
Fire the Panthers.
We're gonna get this done. We're gonna get this done. All right, man. We out, y'all. Appreciate it.
Easy W's, baby.